Sup you guys, ASD Classified here. So, which is better, Samurai or Megaforce? Rangers together, Samurai forever, or Rangers forever, Megaforce all together? The fact that I even have to think about this answer shows how far that Megaforce failed. Like, man, when Megaforce first came out, there was no question that it was better than Samurai. Like, its first 3 episodes were far superior than anything Samurai did. I mean, come on. Like, I never thought that I would even be making a video like this because the comparison is unnecessary. Like, it would be obvious, but no. By episode 8, Megaforce had turned itself into some bullshit. Like, once Robo Knight showed up and sucked away all the focus from the other Rangers, and the show pretty much turned itself into a live-action version of Captain Planet, there was just no saving it. That was it, man. So now, when I compare all 20 episodes of Megaforce to the first 20 episodes of Samurai, I have to say, Samurai is better. Yes, Samurai Rangers, victory is yours. I'd rather watch Samurai than the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers. That is so fucking sad. Now, why do I say Samurai is better? Well, when it comes down to it, Samurai had a story. Now, it was Shinkanger's story, watered down and told by somebody with Alzheimer's disease, but damn it, they had a story. I prefer shows that have ongoing storylines going on over episodic shows. That's just my preference. Megaforce had no story. Not a damn thing happened in 20 episodes. All there is to Megaforce is evil aliens invade and teenagers with talent and attitude are given special powers to fight them, and then a robot ranger showed up and they have a never-ending supply of Zords. That's it. That's it. There's no other story going on in this show. Compare that to Samurai, where we have a team of Rangers whose powers are passed down to them from their parents. And these powers have been passed down from generation to generation for centuries. That right there already is an interesting story. Hell, the fact that they're samurai is already interesting because samurai are always fucking awesome. That's just the rule, okay? But you know, they had a backstory that was cool, and then we have all this drama with JJ and the fact that, you know, his Shiba family has the power to seal away these Nalox, you know, and then the Nalox monsters find out about that, so now they're targeting him, and then the other Rangers feel like they have to lay down their lives to protect them, and then JJ feels all emo about that, and he doesn't want to be a burden to his team. Now that they handle JJ's emo feelings that well, no, but you know, it was a story though. You know, it's something to watch and see what's gonna happen next, you know. And then we have the Nalox Decker who forms a little rivalry with JJ and always wants to fight him. You know, there's something. Then we have the Dayu and Decker backstory, which was really one of the best parts of Samurai, and it was actually original from Shinkanger. That was a really good-ass backstory. And then we have, you know, this notion of the Nalox King who tricked Dayu into becoming a Nalox. And, you know, it's like, oh, this Nalox King, he might actually be interesting. Like, there was a lot of story going on here. And then we have, you know, JJ's best friend, Antonio, who came and wanted to help his friend fight evil. And you have the story behind the Tengen Gate of how that came to be. I always love the backstory behind the Tengen Gate in Samurai. Like, the original Samurai Rangers had a big battle with the Nalox there, and they won. Even though the Sanzu River flooded that entire city, the Rangers never gave up and beat them. And the Tengen Gate is a place to honor those Samurai Rangers and that heroic fight they had. I always thought that was awesome. Like, this is story. Story. Furthermore, Megaforce doesn't have that many episodes that I want to rewatch. You know, I'll rewatch episodes 1, 2, and 3, and episodes 5, and then episode 20, and that's really all I can think about rewatching of Megaforce. I don't know. I mean, I hated episode 4. I hated episode 6. Episode 7... Okay, episode 7 is a so bad it's good type of episode for me. Like, it is so terrible that it's hilarious, man. Troy's bad acting in that episode can keep me entertained for decades and decades and decades, man. I'm telling you, I don't know. But yeah, episode 7 is a weird one. Episode 8, I hated. Episode 9 was just boring. Episode 10 was the most boring mess I've ever seen. Episode 11, okay, if I ignore that the Distractor monsters in it, maybe I can rewatch episode 11. Episode 12, fuck episode 12. That's the last laugh, isn't it? Fuck that episode. You know what? I can't... Why does that episode even exist? That is the most lazy episode of Power Rangers I have ever seen. Like, there is no creativity in that episode. It is just an unfunny mess. Like, all the jokes are jokes that have existed for 100 years. They took all the jokes from elementary school and just threw them in this episode. No creativity. The writers are just like, you know what? Let's just take all those jokes they telling in 1st and 2nd grade and put it in this episode, and then let's just copy the Ghost Agent script, and bam, we got an episode. That's it. No creativity. It was, oh my God, that episode was just painful. Nobody outside of 1st grade is finding that episode enjoyable. Episode 13, nah. Episode 14, no. Man, forget it. I don't really want to watch any episodes of Megaforce at the moment. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, 1, 2, 3, 5, 20, that's good enough. Then going back to Samurai, I'd rewatch episode 1. I mean, the team unites. I mean, it wasn't the best start to a season at all, but I mean, it's enjoyable enough, you know. I don't know. It has some funny moments in there. I'd rewatch episode 3 with the country bunking monster, you know. Episode 6, though, was the first episode of Samurai that I really enjoyed. So I definitely rewatch episode 6. I think it's the first episode of Samurai that I gave a 4 to. I didn't give one episode of Megaforce a 4. Yeah. I gave Samurai, 2 episodes of Samurai I gave a 4 to. I didn't give any episodes of Megaforce a 4. Although, in hindsight, I would definitely give episode 2 of Megaforce a 4. I mean, whatever. The only thing that bothered me about that episode at the time was the whole aliens, do they really exist stuff. But if I ignore that, I definitely would give episode 2 a 4 because I really love that episode. So yeah, I think it's the best out of the Megaforce episodes. So yeah, but back to Samurai. Episode 9 was pretty good and it gave all that backstory about their parents when they fought against the Nightlox and stuff. It's a pretty good episode. Episode 11, that was the 2nd episode I gave a 4. I really liked that episode where Antonio came on the scene. You know, episode 14 with the soul stealing monster, I like that one. Episode 15, the Tinkin Gate, like that one. Episode 17, the Dream Monster, I rewatched that one. I'd probably rewatch episode 18 too. And episode 19, Origins Part 1, I'd probably rewatch that one. Maybe Origins Part 2. I didn't like Origin Part 2 that much, but the Mikey scenes were pretty funny, so maybe I'd rewatch it for that. I don't know. It's not like Samurai is that much ahead of Megaforce, but I just feel like I'd rather rewatch more of Samurai than Megaforce, you know? Yeah, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that, oh, in hindsight, Samurai is not that bad of a season. No, Samurai is still a very shitty season. I'm just saying that I think that Mighty Morphin Shinkanger is a little better than Mighty Morphin Ghost Agent. Just saying, that's my opinion. So, for those who are watching, what do you think? Do you agree that Samurai is a little better than Megaforce? Or do you think that Megaforce is better than Samurai and I'm crazy? What do you think? Let me know in the comment if you would be so kind. Alright, later you guys. Jamata.